Oh my gosh, did I just watch some crap? Man, I really want to do a video talking about a certain movie that it was supposed to be my first movie of this year. It was to be the first movie, basically the first movie I was going to review, but I decided after hearing certain kind of reviews that I wasn't into it. I just thought it might be fun like night and day, but I saw some reviews that I actually don't even remember what they said. But I lost interest, so I didn't go see them. And there's certain other movies too, but I was on Apple Plus. I use it off other people, and I think it's called Argo. That movie sucked so hard. And like I said, that, even though I said, there's certain movies I walked out on, like Monkey Man and the First Omen or something. I didn't walk out in the First Omen, but I wanted to. But I was with someone that, and I did a video about that. It's titled something about Jeremy's an effing idiot or something like that. And, and I wanted to do a video talk about, how I'm good at dodging bad movies. Even though, like I said, I kind of messed up a little bit because, and I explained in those reviews, or, a little bit of my mess up, and I'll explain in a second, but I'm very good at dodging movies. And I knew this was going to be like the first year that I had to wait all the way until like April to watch a movie, because I've always watched movies in January, February, March. I've always watched movies, but I decided, not this time. And, and I really, really wanted to wait. And I wanted to do a video talk about this dumb movie Argo, and just be really short, talk about, whoo, that movie was even worse than those other two movies that I said were not good. And I'm glad I did not go to theater to see it. Just like, thank goodness I just hit that fast forward button. I will say one more thing about it, and then I'll get into the point of the title. After I think it was Jurassic World 3, that girl, she was on Stephen Colbert or something, and I remember other people saw comment on it too, like she gained a whole bunch of weight, and it was kind of weird when you see the trailer of the movie of Jurassic World 3, whatever it's called, and then you see her, and you're like, wow, you took it's just kind of like a huge difference between the movie that was out in theaters and her and Stephen Colbert or something looking that fat. I thought that was kind of like interesting. It's like, is this for a movie or something? I don't, but anyway, so it's kind of just weird, seeing her in movies now. But so this is the thing, man. So I wanted to do a video, title about Argo or something about talking about how I dodged a bullet there, as in, seen a really bad movie. And then I started thinking about, what, it happened a couple of times. It happened a couple of times where I was like thinking, man, this movie's so bad, and I want to attack Jeremy, and I want to attack him on Batman v Superman, and as in like good movies, or Return to Dark Fate, or several other movies that he gave bad reviews that were actually good movies and enjoyable to everyone in the real world that I know of. But so I try to see like what he give Argo, and I was gonna do a video talking about he's an idiot, because I was like, there's no way in hell you can't be in your right mind, I'm not explaining it right, to think that give this movie a better review than Batman v Superman. But every single time I have like one of those things of ideas of doing that, he does say, if you're drunk. So he did say for that movie, if you're drunk. I forgot the other movies. I was like, man, I bet you he gave a better review for this movie than Batman v Superman. He gave it the exact same score, but me is like, no, because for me, logically, it would not be even. Not even close to the exact same score, because the point is I was trying to get into is like, I talk about these other reviewers. When I say Jeremy, keep in mind, I'm talking about really all of reviewers, but I'm kind of specifically talking about Jeremy right now, but I'm talking about all the reviewers on YouTube. But I have never said a movie sucked and praised a movie that is way worse than the movie that I said that sucked. That has never happened with me before. Never. And the thing is, so I was just bored after, fast forward through that crap. And then I went to one of those free websites, and I was actually going to look for the movie called Imaginary or something. I normally I don't even type it. I just scan through it and see what else all the movies I decided not to go theaters to see, and I would kind of watch it. I saw Kung Fu Panda saying it was in HD, and I might watch it. But not now. I'm just not in the mood for a kid movie right now. I only have Kung Fu Panda 1 and 2. I don't care for 3 that much. And I saw Monkey Man. I did say eventually I will watch it on one of those free bootleg things to see the ending. And oh my gosh, did that movie get worse. And this is the thing, people. I probably gave that movie only 10 more minutes, and I got to the part where I walked out in the theaters, and it just seems like there was this Indian guy was talking. I just kept fast forward. I was hitting that fast forward button on the keyboard. Fast forward, fast forward. And then this is what I'm saying is I know whatever this Indian guy is saying, maybe saying something spiritual, where they put or make put these fiery sticks and make them suck it in, get that confident. I saw him practicing on something. And I'm thinking, this is like a totally different movie. This is some movie, not really like Bloodsport or what's that one I'm thinking of? Kickboxer with Jean-Claude Van Damme. No, this is one of those weird ass, movies that you're somehow going to become badass by meeting, seem like these certain people or something or some family root or something. And then all I know is, and I know it makes no sense, even though I was fast forward through it, he went to that, Fight Club place and started to say, hey, I'm going to go back there, and this time I'm going to beat these people up. And I'm like, first of all, the whole movie made no sense in the first place of you getting beat up over and over again for money, because if people are expecting you to lose, people get less money betting on you to lose, to my understanding. I don't know fully yet. I never made bets. But, it's I said, for Mayweather fight, that Conor McGregor guy, I said he's just going to tire out. And then people got mad at my YouTube channel. I said, no, the guy has never done 12 rounds before. He's only done 3 rounds. He's going to tire out. And I said I would have bet so much money on Mayweather, but someone said, well, you would have got less money because you're supposed to bet on the person that is not likely to win. So I guess that's how betting works. But it's if I knew how to bet, I would have done that. But anyways, but yeah, so I'm like, so you go back to this Fight Club just to beat those guys up? And then after that, I start, and the thing is, this is the weird thing to me more, is the fights suck. They're not good. They are one of the worst fights I've ever seen in a movie. They're like straight to DVD fights that are just forgettable, but worse than that. They're not nothing to talk about. It's just one of them is there's a big guy comes in. It felt like I've seen this 100 times before, and he's straight to DVD fights, and he goes up there and jump kicks him, and it's just kind of I can't think of a movie that is, but I feel like I've seen that in so many old ass dumb movies that are forgettable. When it's the big guy comes in, it's just. I know Transporter done it where he says, I think one guy says, I'm the big guy. Oh, that was Transporter 3. That's that one scene. And I did mention Transporter 3 on the review for that movie. I think he said, that's that line came or something. But and then there's something about jumping, kicking, and then going through a wall. So and then I just got, and the thing is, I knew it was going to go just right to him walking in there and just walking through the front door, kicking butt. And I'm like, and this feels like, this whole thing feels like some spiritual people start talking to you, and then you start kicking, punching some wood thing, I think I remember, and then you decide, hey, I'm going to go beat these guys up at some fight club, and I'm going to go beat these guys up at this hotel. Yeah, that's what it feels like I said. Somebody sit there and talk to you, and he's like, okay, let me go back and beat up the Fight Club people. Now I'm gonna go march in and start beat up everyone in the hotel. And the thing is, and then he gets to this part where he starts shooting fireworks out of his wrists or something. I said, I just turned it off. I don't care. Somebody left me a comment that says they never seen a movie where during the ending fight they just couldn't wait for it to end. I couldn't get there where he fights that guy. I didn't care. I will again give it a chance and start where I was, and part of me wants to wait till I can see it in better quality like Netflix or something, but it won't be in one of those free websites because I don't care. It'll be something like Netflix or something, but that, where I, if I'm going to be bored out of my mind watching something, I need to have the best quality if it's going to be that bad. But the thing is, what really confuses me is, again, the John Wick thing, which John Wicks aren't very good movies, but the fight scenes are awful. But it leads me to the point of... So anyways, I kind of screwed up a little bit. So the thing is, when I was trying to use Argo to see what he gave, German guy gave Argo about Batman v Superman, I gotta pick movies that without a doubt that these movies are worse than Batman v Superman. Even though there's several movies, but these are movies that people can have excuse for, like a movie that I did a video about him called Jeremy's a Freaking Idiot. It was a movie called the first Omen or something. Yes, that's a really bad movie, but excuses can be made. Or let's add a lot of the like 99% of all the Disney Marvels. Like basically, Batman v Superman is better than every Disney Marvel movie, but like Endgame. But there's excuses for it. It's like, I need something that there's not really too much of an excuse that you can make here. So the ones I felt like there can't be excuse, like Argo, or I can't remember the other movies were, he did say, if you're drunk. So, but like I said, there's several movies that, like, Endgame, but there can be excuses. This movie made $1 billion or some kind of crap. Now I don't care, but, and this movie... I know there could be excuses for it. This is one of those excuses. But John Wick only from YouTube. And no one in the real world would make these kind of excuses. No one would ever talk to me about Monkey Man. Ever. I'll never hear about this movie in the real world. But I don't care, people. I don't care what kind of excuse that you have. Oh my gosh, you gave this movie a better review than Batman v Superman. I decided to use this because the other ones I was like thinking, no, there's no excuse for this movie, like Argo, whatever it's called. But no, I'll use the one that's, I guess, supposed to be hyped up through social media, I guess. I didn't really watch many reviews, but I see thumbnails like, yeah, John Wick or some kind of crap. It's just interesting how much of a copy YouTube is. It's like, if they're as people who are, you notice how they put A24 when they were reviewing the A24 on the thumbnail. Do they do that for any other movies? Like put, because you can tell it's a cult thing. It's still like, I want people to understand the Trump things, the people who want to screw unicorns, call some furries, who are getting all these Star Wars, they're still a cult. They're trying to fit in. So you notice no one's going to put, like when I talk about a Disney movie, put Disney on their thumbnail. No, it's a cult thing trying to be, that's what you should already know. It is trying to fit in. And I talk about that, the guy called Jahns something, where he showed this thing of his girl putting a brand new Doom shirt on with the nose piece before seeing the movie. People, it's fake. It's bullshit. It's trying to fit in. It's just loser shit to me. But, the point is, I was just trying to say, Monkey Man, you gave that a better review than Batman v Superman. People, there was no thought through that movie. Man, I've seen movies like that where this guy has no, keeps losing, and then he goes to these spiritual people and they do like weird things, like, and he just somehow feels the confidence and he goes and kick ass. And those kind of go straight to DVD. They're like forgettable movies, but the thing is, that's not the point. And because I really want to even say, like, the fight scenes are really bad. I don't get that kind of bullshit at all. It's very confusing for that. But You gave that movie a better review than Batman v Superman. I can say a lot of movies like Terminator, Dark Fate, all that. You know, I'm trying to say you gave that movie people. That isn't all. Monkey Man's a really bad movie. It actually, the thing is, what I'm trying to say is, it got worse than what I walked out on. It did not get better. It got worse, and I walked out exactly at the moment before it got worse. The second I walked out was when it just got worse. I walked out at the right time. And the thing is, I think deep down inside, well, the way they're like doing these, like, you know, like him like barely waking, waking up while they're taking bullets out of him, and you see these people like, you know, doing weird things, or some kind of the way that he kept like fading away and just seeing, you know, just, you know, it makes me feel like, I think I knew that this was coming, but the thing is, it's just not, it feels like a totally different movie. It just feels like, I've seen this before. I don't remember what movies there were, but they're bad movies. That's why I don't remember them. And I really wish I could have some examples, but movies don't do that because it's, is it a video game I'm thinking of? I can't even think of it. I don't know. I don't know, man. But anyways, I gotta go. But yeah, Monkey Man was a really bad movie. That movie got worse. I couldn't finish it. The fight scenes were awful, and this dude gave this movie a better review than Batman. It's just, no, people. There is no excuse for this, people. It's a really bad movie. The thing is, the biggest thing is, I mean, there's so many biggest things about the fight scenes are really sucky, but it really did get worse, and it got like weird. I'm gonna go fight these guys at the fight club. Now I'm gonna storm in there and start fighting these people. And it was just like, it was like one of those things where I was fast forwarding and the guy says, "You know who you are now." I forgot, was that before the fight scene? No. After he won the fight club scene, and it says, "You know who you are now," and then he, you know, shortly starts storming in there. Wait. I got one, but it's not really it. I do have it because it's known as a corny classic. The Last Dragon. Who's the master? And then once he realized he's the master, he starts kicking ass. I knew I got one, but that's a movie I do have, and that is known as a corny classic. It's yeah. So Who's the Master? It is. I don't know if it was meant to be corny. But that's a good one, you know. And they start having these flashes like, "You look like a master to me," and then, but yeah, I don't know. But still, those fight scenes were even better than this movie. That's why that movie's more forgiving because it's a better fight scene movie. And I actually rather watch that ending again when they're like fighting, and one of them has like a red glow, and the other one has a orange glow. I don't know what glows they had. But all right, peace. All right, lightsabers get glows while they fight. All right, peace.